Welcome back, friends and fellow adventurers. This week is the release of the 44th campaign episode here at Cocked, a real play RPG podcast. As we slowly approach the 50th episode, I think it's important for us to recognize that this show would not be what it is today without each and every supporter we have. Whether it is supporting via Patreon or simply crafting some time in your busy lives to spend with our party, sincerely, thank you. We understand how difficult it is to make time, and we really appreciate the love and support that we have received on this journey. We have officially surpassed 2,000 downloads worldwide, so just a reminder, we are hosting a giveaway on our Instagram. Check out at cockedofficial_ and at C18Dre, D-R-E, for more details. The giveaway is sponsored by our friends at Titancraft, who recently launched a Kickstarter for more assets to be added to their platform with the support from this amazing community. And with that, we end our announcements this week and return to the party. At the end of last episode, the party had joined Puck and helped him start a revolt against the hobgoblins and the hags in the tunnels beneath Evorgos. We resume as another party of hobgoblins has approached the party's location and has begun rushing through the doorway. The hobgoblins begin to pour in through the door.
Does my help action go off?
Yes.
Okay.
But my web is still coming, right? Like,
Never mind.
limited.
I'm gonna forego that. It's a 12.
Pew, pew, pew. 12 doesn't hit.
Yeah.
You like more of the living on fire.
Yeah, you know.
You see as Puck and the line of goblins brace but get pushed back. I'm going to do a contested roll. Yeah, they get pushed back about 5 feet. And you see that there are, at this point, there are 4 hobgoblins that have pushed out of the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see more beyond. Pouring in. They push Puck and the other goblins back. Braca, you are now up.
So there's 4 in the room. Can I see how many more are coming?
You can't... Well, you have dark vision for 60 feet, right?
Yeah.
You can make out more hobgoblin-sized bodies into the tunnel, but you can't see your full 60 feet because they're blocking the view.
Right.
So you see there's more hobgoblins coming, at least 2 to 3 more.
Okay. I'm going to turn to Kadie and say I think it's time that we join this fight now.
Okay.
And I'm just going to, once again, just in Draconic, say just find your peace. Braca is going to make this, like, bright red, like, or, like, bright, like, yellowish, like, flame-like, like, elixir. And he's going to, like, pop the cork on it, and this stream of fire is going to essentially, like, volley over to, like, one point and all, like, congeal into, like, a ball, and he's going to cast Flaming Sphere.
Okay. So you cast Flaming Sphere.
Yeah.
It goes to the entrance of the cave, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 5 foot diameter.
5 foot diameter, so it's blocking the doorway right now. Yeah. And there is a hobgoblin in the doorway. Does it hit just him or anything within 5 feet?
Anything within 5 feet.
Okay, so it would get the 2 conjured spiders on the wall too.
We don't have to be right there. Close. We didn't see where they are.
How are? I thought you said they were right at the entrance on either side.
They would
kind
be
of sucked in.
I said they were where they couldn't be seen. If they were right at the door, then you'd see these big spider webs.
Well, I was thinking they were on like within 5 feet of it and sucked to the wall,
then that's okay.
To where you wouldn't be able to see.
Okay. This one.
I mean, could Braca walk like literally 10 feet and cast it like deeper into the like cavern?
No, it's you do it, man. We're good.
I mean, I don't want to kill the spiders.
Yeah, they're just conjured spiders.
Because I mean, I could just walk 10 feet and like cast it deeper.
Because Agard would be fine because he's technically about 10 feet above,
Sure.
so he's outside of it. But the entrance, the spiders would be, I would think, close enough to at least take half damage from whatever it is.
Well, yeah, I know that, but it's like I want to hit the ones that are like in the back.
Oh, you're gonna hit 3 of the hobgoblins regardless of where you put this.
Okay.
They're bunched up.
Okay, I guess just the entrance then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So roll.
It's a dex save.
Dex save.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna have disadvantage because they can't go anywhere in there.
Dex for the spiders too.
Oh man. I rolled 2 1s and 1 15.
That's a 30, 20, and a 8. So one of them gets it, the other one saves.
9 fire.
9 fire?
9 or
So-
4.
half.
So I'm going to do 18, 22 to the group of hobgoblins because I have them all grouped together.
Okay.
So 2 9s and a 4, right?
Yeah, it was a...
And how many hobgoblins had already pushed
22,
through?
sorry. 4.
4 had pushed through already?
Mhm.
Okay.
And the so 3 are through now with Braca's flaming sphere. It killed the 2 in the front. That
Okay.
one that was in the doorway and one that had just gotten out of the doorway.
Gotcha.
They both fall dead,
Mhm.
and there's 3 that have pushed through that are up against the goblins.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. You said how many are pushed up against the goblins? 3 more?
3.
So can I use my bonus action with... it says as a bonus action, I can move the sphere up to 30 feet. If you ram it into a creature, the creature must make the saving throw against the damage.
It's not a bonus action to cast it, right? It's
an action. Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with that. You still have your bonus action. You haven't used it.
Could I like move it like it says ram through a creature or ram the sphere into a creature?
I'm gonna say you can run it into it. If you want to run into the one that's at the front, you can put it right into him.
Sure.
And then put it behind him, basically, to where it doesn't hit a goblin, but it'll hit him.
Sure.
He doesn't save. I rolled a 6 on the dice, so I'm not even gonna add the extras.
Only 5 fire.
5 fire. Okay. So he's not down, but he's hurting. And then you can hear a growl from the tunnel. And it is Puck's turn. Puck, seeing what you had done to the one in front and hit him, is going to basically step in between the 2 goblins that are there and thrust at that one, and then come across before moving back behind the other goblins to try to hit the one in front and the one to the side. So that's a 16 and a 17. So he misses. There's too much stuff in the way. So he swings in and across, but he's trying not to hit the other goblins and misses, and then dives back behind the goblins that he has. His sword is still lit, though.
Right.
He never lost that flame. And you can hear a growl from the tunnel again. And you hear, "Do not let them leave." As the goblins kind of look and they begin to push in towards the hobgoblins again, they're going to attack and try to force them back into the tunnel and into the sphere. They do. The one in front, roll his dex. Nope. Roll your damage on your flaming spear again. They forced him back into the flaming sphere. 10. So that one falls. That one is now dead, the one that was in front. And the other 2 kind of fall back towards the entryway. I would say they're right in front of your conjured spiders at this point. Agard's conjured spiders at this point, and Agard, you are up.
Okay. Is there a way for... Sorry, I'm just trying to picture this in my head. So, the doorway, the flaming sphere is inside the doorway now more, right? You push it in?
I moved it probably like further outwards.
Yeah, he moved it further
outwards.
out.
That's right,
It's
okay.
it's not right in front of the door. It's about 5 feet from the doorway. So your spiders are out of it. They
Yeah.
have 5-foot gap.
Yeah, well, I think they would have
Yeah.
moved too.
The
A
oth-
little bit farther away.
The other 2 are the goblin or the hobgoblins that came through. Those 2, they are within 5 feet of that sphere at the end of this turn.
Okay. Is there any way Agard can... Is there like a ledge right above the door or anything that he could secure himself on if he dropped? Wall shape?
It would be a dex check, but I mean you're in a cavern, so there's.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just trying to picture...
you could try to free climb, almost like get a rock hold and
Mhm.
find a way to hold yourself there. You do have rope too. You would have to
Yeah, I
drop
would be able to
spider
drop
form
the-
and make a dex check real
Yeah.
quick for
Okay.
grabbing with your
I'm going
hand.
to do that. This is... It's not really good. He wants to try to do something. So you said a dex...
A dex check.
15?
15? Yeah. You're
Good.
able. You drop spider form.
Right.
Agar drops spider form and finds almost like I don't know what they're called if they come out of a wall, but it's like a stalagmite coming out of the wall.
Like basically, he had
and you're
8
able to
legs
grab
up. So when he forms back into Agard, I guess whatever leg had the best hold or whatever.
Yeah, he's able to
that's
grab
where
it.
his arm is now.
Yep.
And he's holding down there. So what he wants to do, can he look out and see down into the doorway from where he is? Like kind of look out.
You can get a little bit of a view in there. It's
Okay.
not very well, but you can see about 5 feet into the doorway at an angle.
Okay.
The flaming sphere also produces 20 feet of bright and 20 feet of dim.
Right, but for Agard,
The
it's more the
angle,
angle than the light for this one.
So as far back into there as he can,
Mhm.
he is going to cast spike growth.
Okay.
So just down into the thing. So
Okay. And how far back does that go? For
it's a
spike growth?
20-foot radius.
20-foot radius. Okay,
Yeah.
so
I'm even
yeah.
thinking that would, if it's like a small little thing, would it maybe go up on the walls too?
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
say it would go kind of up along the walls and basically make spike growth for about 20 feet from the ground, and then the walls about 10 feet
Okay.
as it kind of completes that circle going around.
Okay. So he does that, and then as he's hanging there, we had talked about this. That's a function of the bramble buckler, his new shield. And since he just dropped out of spider form, if you're looking at him, you'll also see after he does that, you have to be close to see it, but you just kind of see the vines come down from his arm, and the shield kind of forms on the arm that he's not holding on with. So, and that's it for his turn right now.
And Kadie, you just watched all this happen, and you are up.
But I'm still 40 to 50 feet
You're about
away.
60 feet away from the entrance of that tunnel. You're probably about 55 feet from the closest hobgoblin.
And I don't hear anything awry with the opening that I'm near. Correct?
You don't hear anything at the moment.
Tricky.
Tricky.
I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay.
I will hold my action
Good. Makes sense.
for if something comes at me hostile
Okay.
with my chromatic obsidian great axe, in case nobody knew that I had that. I do.
I can't wait till you get a natural 20 with that thing. Like, it's going to do
Ready.
ridiculous amounts of damage.
Well, keep waiting.
It'll take another year.
You had 2 natural 20s though.
You think I'm gonna get a third?
No.
I know.
No.
I like the chuckle and the no. You can hear more growls from the tunnel, and it sounds like something is trying to tear at the spike growth.
Go ahead. You can't do it.
Yeah.
So.
They're trying, but
Sure.
there's nothing they can do. The hobgoblins that are in the room attempt to get away from the flaming sphere by pushing through the goblins that are in front of them.
So I misread the spell. So it says if a creature ends its turn next to the sphere, they take the damage. It doesn't, for whatever reason, it doesn't say when it appears.
We're going to give it to them when they appear. It bursts into a bright flash of flame. That should, if it's on a person and they're within 5 feet of it, they're going to take it. Now, if they end within 5 feet of it now, then yes, they would still take the damage on their turn. But that, I believe, hits. That's 1. That's 2. And they are basically... They're going to do some damage, but they're more trying to gain ground and push away from the front of the door. So they're going to do a little bit of damage, but they're going to gain about 10 feet. So they push 10 feet further into the room. The 2 hobgoblins that are there push Puck and the other goblins backwards a little. Give them a D4 instead of a D8. So 4 points of damage to the goblins that are still there. And they get pushed back a little further into the room. Braca, you are up.
So bonus action, Braca is going to... Are they like 10 feet away from the sphere?
They're about 10 feet away from the sphere right now.
Braca's going to use his bonus action to move it 30 feet. Or not 30 feet.
Whoa.
Yeah, not 30. Move it and ram it into one of the hobgoblins.
Okay.
So it's to make the save again.
It's a 19.
Okay, that's half damage. So 6.
6?
Yeah.
So that kills one of the 2 that's up there.
Okay.
So now there's just 1 against the 5 goblins right there.
Baraka will then use his action to cast a firebolt at one of the other ones.
Okay.
18.
18 hits. Meets it, beats it.
14.
Kills the other one that has entered the room. Let's see here. That's that. So is spike growth, do they take damage or it's just
So here's
difficult
the
terrain?
thing. Yeah, it's I'll read the whole thing.
Okay.
The ground in a 20-foot radius centered on a point within range twists and sprouts hard spikes and thorns. The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels. The transformation of the ground is camouflaged to look natural.
Okay.
I missed that part last time.
I missed that too.
Any creature that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast must make a wisdom perception check against your spell DC to recognize the terrain as hazardous before entering it.
What is your DC?
16.
Okay, so this wisdom doesn't. So we said it goes 20 feet back, right?
Well, we said, however, whatever angle I could do,
Right.
until basically it hit, and then it would go on the thing and up on the walls. a little
Right,
bit,
but
too.
on the ground, it's
20.
about 20
Mhm.
feet back, right?
Yeah.
That's what we said.
Yep.
Okay, so this thing would move 20 feet. Is it difficult terrain
Yes.
too? Okay. Yep, you can do it. Roll, you said 2d4 for
Mhm.
every 5 feet?
Yes.
So roll 8d4.
I'm going to use this.
Use the digital buttons.
Said how many? 8?
That's 40 feet of movement.
That is 19 piercing.
19 piercing?
Yeah.
It makes it through,
Uh-huh.
and you see as the form of a warg
Mhm.
comes through. It comes through the doorway and is headed towards the goblins
Mhm.
and snaps its head to the right as it comes in
Mhm.
and immediately bites at one of the conjured spiders on the wall. Like just kind of jumps and nips at it and tries to bite it.
Okay.
So we'll see what it does here. Oh, that hits. 22.
These are big spiders.
22? Ooh. 14 points of damage.
Yeah. We're going to say that
and
was the one that was already full damage, I guess?
It was whatever was on the right.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So the target has to make a strength saving throw. Save DC is 13.
That's a natural one.
Natural 20. Okay. It's not thrown or knocked prone. So the warg jumps up, bites at the conjured spider on the wall, gets a hold of it, shakes its head, tries to pull it down, and ends up falling without being able to pull the spider down, and is now staring at the spider, growling,
Mm-hmm.
looking in that direction.
What about the spider on the other side then? If it went through the door and it was able to bite that one spider, is it passing by the other spider?
It is, but it's not out of its
Not-
threat range yet.
Okay.
It's still kind of in between the two.
I got you.
Puck sees this happen
Mhm.
and immediately rushes towards the ward
Mhm.
and jumps and attacks. We're going to say flanking because you're all kind of right there.
Sure. Yeah,
So he's got advantage on this, and he lunges out with his sword. I don't need advantage. That's a natural 20.
I mean, go ahead and...
I mean, that thing's dead. Like,
Roll again, see if you get a nat 20.
let's go 6d6.
Yeah, I mean,
66 damage?
I'd say double it.
He does. Let's see, that's 19.
Well, can we do one really quick thing?
Mhm.
Jess,
Mm-hmm.
can you Google search bite force of a warg? Jess, you know I love you. Come on.
Hate you right now.
I know you do.
So Puck sees this happen, jumps with his flaming tongue scimitar, and comes down across, and you just see as the head of this warg It is decapitated, and the wound, as it comes across, is cauterized by that sword.
Sure.
And the warg's head falls to the ground, and the body falls on the other side. And you just see Puck as he just starts to look down the tunnel and look and stare in, and he says, "There's still more," and is standing in front of the doorway.
Also, that was some great knowledge. I like to learn something new every day. I didn't know that spiders had a gland they shot their webbing out of, and it wasn't infinite.
Ooh.
They have to eat silk in order to
The only thing I
produce
know
it.
about spiders is I wish they were all dead.
Well, no, they do good too.
They don't.
They take.
Not for me.
They don't
Me
eat
personally?
insects.
Sure, I guess they do.
Okay, so
Do you have insects all in your house?
I'm sorry, DM, you were saying something?
Hidden spiders. I'm just saying.
DM, I'm sorry, we're trying to get back on track.
Puck.
The handout for inspiration, sir.
It's the
Sir,
the
I would like some more.
Pavlov's bell. It's good. Come on.
More, please. All right, I'm done.
So Puck says that, and you see him look into the distance, and all of a sudden you see him move real quick as an arrow goes past.
He's all Neo now.
And then another one,
Like
as he
this.
moves,
He's
strikes
the
him in
chosen
the other
one.
shoulder.
Oh my god! I forgot he only has one arm.
That's why the first one missed.
Oh my!
Shot at the wrong side.
Oh god.
Puck does take an arrow to the chest.
Oh. Like the meaty part, or like
Then you
the
see him kinda
important
stumble back.
organs?
He stumbles backwards. It's in his shoulder.
Dibs on his sword.
And he stumbles
The
backwards. The goblins immediately rush where Puck is and basically create like a diamond around him and begin to approach into the tunnel, but surround Puck to keep him so he's somewhat safe as they are rallying around him.
Are they not in,
Militant.
they're not in
Yes.
range of my flaming sphere, are they?
No, they've moved
Okay,
past
good. I
that
was about to
flaming
say.
sphere because your flaming sphere is about 20 feet from the doorway.
They
now.
all run through it.
Yeah.
No, they ran around. They're
So they don't
not
keep
super
their diamond
intelligent,
form.
but
They run away from fire.
Yes, that's smart.
Agard, you're up.
Too smart for goblins.
Agar drops to the ground where, he can see down the...
So, you drop down. You are just in front of where the goblins are,
Right.
looking down the tunnel.
So it doesn't take an action to drop spike growth.
Okay.
And with the shield, it's an at-will spell.
Nice.
So, Agar looks back at Braca. Braca, did you send your fire down the hallway?
Told them to move.
Ooh.
Them goblins.
Like, go
Oh,
away.
that's right.
The wall of
Yeah.
goblins that are in there.
Yeah. What did it go over?
I mean, it can.
Yeah. So he drops spike growth where it is, and now that he can see down
Mhm.
the hallway, does he see anybody?
How far in would you be able to see? Is my question.
With a flaming ball behind me, I gotta.
But
think
it's
I can
about
see.
20 feet behind you.
Yeah. that's still a
So
lot.
what did you say? Is it 20 feet of bright, 20 feet
bright,
dim?
20 dim, yeah.
So you can see about 20 feet in.
Mhm.
You can make out shapes
Mhm.
further beyond.
Mhm.
The closest looks to be another hobgoblin.
Okay, but how far down is he?
He's about 20 feet away from you.
Okay, so spike growth is 150 feet.
Jesus.
So he's gonna finger gun spike growth like 30 feet in.
Okay.
To the very barely.
So it'll still
barely-
hit the front one and be about 10 feet behind where that front one's standing,
Right.
or 15 feet behind where the front one's
I
standing.
would say. It says a point he's centered on.
Okay.
So I'm gonna sit on. I'm assuming I can kind of see him. I can just barely maybe see behind him.
Yep.
The farthest bit I can see, it's gonna hit there. So it'll be 10 feet this way, 10 feet that way.
Okay. So out of game,
Mhm.
it would be the square behind him that you're dropping it on.
Yes.
So it would be, yep. Okay. So it's 5 feet in front of him as
Right.
well and 10 feet behind. Got
Right. Gotcha. They're all dead.
it. Do they need to make saves? Then
No.
When it
it's
happens?
just when they start moving. Then
If they start moving. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Kadie, you are holding your action with the great axe.
I was for anything
I don't know why
hostile.
you allow bullying at your
Oh,
table.
play it back. Play it back.
Of you bullying me? Just She says I hate you all the time. She makes fun of.
I said I hate you guys.
I had a trouble
I
speaking
don't
just
specify.
then. Sorry. No, you pull up the one shot. I hate you.
Pull up the one shot.
Okay, so,
Sorry,
Kadie.
I'm just traumatized.
Oh my god. Yeah.
You are holding your action with the great axe.
For if anything hostile came near me, yeah.
Nothing hostile came near you. It is now your turn.
Do I sense that this entryway that I've been just like apparently needlessly guarding has any movement?
Not currently, no.
Not currently.
I hate that. I hate that so much.
Not right now. I mean, you're not going to die at this moment.
Not at the moment.
Hey, out of game. You know what I wish? We had some way to cast like alarm down that hallway. That'd be great.
I don't know.
It's just out of game though.
Out of game.
Not
metagaming.
No, I just thought.
Cast alarm.
whatsoever. Okay, so in front of me, what do I see?
Like,
I'm sorry. Let me specify. I see
dark
everything
hallway.
that you've talked about. No. Where the hobgoblins and sphere and all that
gotcha.
is. How close is the nearest enemy to me?
They're still back in the tunnel.
They're still in the
You
tunnel.
actually can't see any
Okay.
of the enemy because the bright light in
No.
front of you is kind of blinding
That's
you.
fine. I wanted to see if anybody had gotten into the room that wasn't already killed.
Nope.
Okay. Seems like everybody's handling it just fine. So, yeah, Katie's gonna continue standing near that hallway and holding her action
Running up that hill, huh?
for the chromatic obsidian great axe to maybe chop off somebody's head.
So the next two things to go are able to get a running start. and,
What is that face?
And as they go, you can hear this, again, very familiar voice.
You keep saying that.
Get down. And you see
Glenn.
You see as the
Oh
hobgoblin...
shit!
Oh, ship? He's so mad he didn't get it.
No, not
No,
that
the
Glenn.
Glenn
The
on
Glenn that was
the
with us on the road.
roadway.
Well, that's
Well,
his,
there's
that's
been
his
so
relative.
many two Glens. What the hell did I just
shit!
say?
I know who it is.
So many two Glens.
So
You.
the
so many
hobgoblin
Glens.
ducks
Mother.
down, and two wargs clear the
Is it the
hobgoblin
chick
that
that
was
we
there,
tried to go find?
and they begin to try to burst through the door. So they are going to attack Agard as he's standing in the door.
It's Finley.
That's what you get for telling my
No.
brother
Who
he
is
sucks
it?
at cooking fish.
Just wait.
Just wait, just tell me. What do you mean you can't?
It's a surprise.
You're on my team.
Oh, that too.
You're right.
I made a deal.
Does an
that cost
18
me my
hit?
soul.
Oh yeah.
It's short.
The homie
Short wouldn't be hiding behind things.
Thanks for my sword.
Short would just like fill the chasm up with lava and destroy us.
Oh, is it that like half hyena thing?
You're not gonna guess it.
You take
I'm not gonna guess.
you take 9 points of
Never mind.
damage,
Okay.
and you must make a.
I don't take the damage though.
Oh, it's one of
No.
those hacks, right?
I have no clue.
It's
Okay.
the non-flamboyant
Did you-
one.
Did you not take the damage? How did you not take it?
Quite
I
literally.
chose
no
not to.
clue.
Oh, okay. So you took it. I was just making
So
sure.
I
one
can
of your
either
magic
take
items-
in-game damage or IRL bullying damage. You tell me which one is okay with you.
You need to make a DC 13 strength saving throw.
Okay, that's
In real life,
what's
too.
Strength. That's a +3. It's an 18.
Okay, so you're not knocked prone, but you
Mhm.
do have a warg who bit down, and we'll say he bit down on the bramble buckler arm, so it wasn't too bad, but does bite down and pulls you down, and you see as another warg is behind him, and he attempts to jump and kick off the wall and get behind you into the room.
Like parkour?
Hardcore parkour.
It's going to be a pretty high dex for him to actually be able to make this, though.
Well, if he goes prone,
Agard!
I'm going to teabag
No!
So I'm gonna.
Did you just say?
I'm just picturing like Halo days. Of just...
Oh no!
He rolled a 15, so he is able to get through and pushes. And as the one warg has your arm and pulls you down, you kind of go down a little as far as height-wise goes.
Yeah.
And as soon as that happens, it jumps and clears over you and lands and attacks the goblin that is, as he lands, attacking it right behind you. That unfortunately hits. I was kind of hoping he didn't. 6 points of damage. Ooh, but that goblin does not make his saving throw, so he takes 6 points of damage and is now pinned prone to the ground by the second warg that broke through. Actually, they already took
Alfred?
4. That goblin died. It got knocked prone there. The warg actually killed him. Coming through, the hobgoblin stands up that had ducked down and walks towards, I think he takes, 5, so 2d4 of damage as he exits the spike growth and attempts to get within range to attack Agard.
He's in front of me or behind me?
He's in front of you.
Okay. All right.
He's about 10 feet away, but he does pass through the spike growth. So he does have to take 2d4, so go ahead and roll 2d4. He's got to take that damage.
Hold on, I can't remember D4.
So gonna pick up.
Your words don't hurt me anymore.
Oh, good. It's not bullying anymore, then.
It's still bullying.
Nah.
You're just
good.
not important. 6 piercing damage. Doesn't slow him
6
down at all, though,
piercing
because
It does, I mean, it takes, double movement to do that.
what's happening there, Chief? All right.
So, 6 points of damage.
Yes.
Okay. And he does push through the spike growth and pulls his longbow and takes a shot at you.
And who is this?
The hobgoblin.
Oh, okay. Is this the one that's the voice?
Maybe.
Okay. How far is he from?
10 feet. Because there's a warg in front
Gotcha.
attacking you.
Gotcha.
16?
No.
So when the warg pulled you down, you saw as the hobgoblin approached, pulled a bow and took a shot real quick, and you were able to maneuver out of the way. And as you did that, you were able to free your hand too from the warg's mouth. So he is not holding you or anything like that. Braca, you are up.
How far is the warg? Did the warg clear the goblin group and jump in the back?
He's right behind Agard, and it's in front of Puck.
How
Like-
was Braca before it me?
Oh, that's a good question.
You went. I asked you, and you were like, "So I
But
can
then
see all
Agard
this."
went.
Agard has a
That was
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got confused. I thought that was Agard's move. Go ahead, sorry, Braca.
So the warg that just killed the goblin, where's that one?
Just inside.
Just inside.
Yep, he's in between Puck and Agard.
Okay.
Agard has his back to him. Puck is facing him.
So how far is it from my flaming sphere?
About 25 feet.
Okay. How far can I fly? I can fly this thing, I think. Where's where you can direct it over? It says I can direct it over barriers 5 feet tall. So, do the goblins count as a barrier?
I mean, I'm gonna say they're not 5 feet tall, so if you can lift it 5 feet in the air, you could probably go over.
Yeah,
them
it says
down.
when you move the sphere, you can direct it over barriers up to 5 feet tall and jump it across pits up to 10 feet wide.
I'm gonna say you can move it over them.
Okay. So 25 feet away. So is that like? Oh, the warg is 25 feet away from me. Okay. So if I move it 5 feet into the the opening, will it hit Agard or anything?
It would, yes, because it would be on the warg that's biting Agard, and Agard would be 5 feet from it. You would also get the hobgoblin behind him if they end their turn there. So it wouldn't hit them this round. It's only if they end their turn there. But in order to hit that warg on the other side, because you said that's what it says, right? It doesn't say they take that damage unless they end that turn there.
Yeah, or if I ram it into a creature.
You would have to go through Agard to get to it, because Agard is blocking the doorway.
Yeah, I can go.
Well, but the tunnel's only like 8 feet tall, so you're at the entrance.
Yeah, he wasn't in
No, you're not in the tunnel. You're at the entrance of it.
I thought it was 10 feet back from there, because I jumped down from the top, and then the warg came through.
No, you jumped down from the top. You are at the entrance of the tunnel, because Puck and the other goblins were within 5 feet of it.
Sorry, I don't.
No,
I
you're
can't visualize it. Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
So if the warg it's 25 feet away from me, so I can get to it. Where, like, the warg that I'm hitting, is it like at the tunnel entrance then?
He's just inside the tunnel.
Okay, so can I move it an extra 5 feet to move it deeper in?
That would be about 35 feet to move it to that. Wait, can you move it? Because so one warg came through. He jumped over Agard and was able to get through. So he is inside the room. He's 25 feet away from you. Agard is about 30 feet away from the sphere. And then the other warg is inside the tunnel, is 35 feet away from the sphere.
Okay. Brocker's not gonna move it then. Can't really move it without hitting anyone friendly. Okay. Brock is just gonna keep the flaming sphere where it is and cast a firebolt at one of the wargs fighting Agard.
You want to cast at the one biting Agard or the one that came through the doorway?
Have either of them been hurt so far?
No, they cleared the spike growth with their jumps.
Okay. I guess the one that's on Agard. There's one
one bit Agard.
Yeah, so that one, I guess.
How'd they clear all that spike growth? 20 feet?
They have 50 feet of movement, so run, jump. Got about 10 foot running jump, made it over. That was the math I did in my head. Does that work? Or
I don't know what their jump. I don't know what the jump is. I don't know. That's fine. I was thinking 20 feet. I was like, if it's such a small little, if it's only 8 feet tall, to jump 20 feet, you'd have to get a good amount of.
Oh yeah, they're like running a streamline. I mean, they can take 2d4 to hit the spike growth for the last 5 feet.
No, I'm just working in my head, trying to picture the whole thing.
It's a 18 to hit.
18 to hit, you hit. You hit the one that's inside the doorway.
So,
Alright, I mean, I'm sorry, inside the cavern that you're in, not the one in the doorway, but the one. Right? Or are you trying to hit the one that...
The one that bit Agard.
Okay, yeah. You can, I'll give him, we'll say like +2 for cover, because Agard's right there. But that still hits.
So 11 fire.
Oh God, I'm forgetting freaking other spider friends, too.
Oh, yeah.
I've totally forgotten them.
Oh, that's right. I did too. Okay, so you said 11?
Yeah. So where my flaming sphere is right now, it's getting blocked, like the light's getting blocked by the goblins, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll move it, if I move it like 5 feet, or like 5 feet above the goblins, or like even 10 feet.
Yeah, you could lift it like up 5 feet, and you can see.
Yeah, not to the point where like it's gonna like burn the goblins, like just above that.
I'm gonna say like up, like height wise.
Yeah.
Just basically from where it is, it's 10 feet from the closest goblin, so it just lifts up. So now the light is from 10 feet up and in.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just do that so that we can get a more clear view of the inside of the tunnel.
I think you might be right, Alex. I think you might be right.
But what?
Oh, what you thinking? So, other warg is dead. Puck is up. There is the warg that broke through that jumped over Agard is right in front of him. So he's going to swing on him. That hits. Oh, wait, he has advantage. Well, no, because your back is to him. You're not both attacking him. You're attacking the other warg.
Right.
So yeah, so I'll just give him straight. So that is 11. And hits 2. Yuck. 24 points of damage with those 2 swings on this guy.
I think I know who the voice is.
Yup.
Are we even able to guess who it is, or do we just not know?
I think Hoover's gonna have to do a perception check to see if they know who it is.
That would be what you need to do. He hits Puck with both.
What the hell would it be? I don't know. I literally have no clue. I'm lost.
18 points of damage as 2 arrows go into Puck's chest again. Math is hard. Puck stumbles backwards after this as he's hit with 2 more arrows.
Yep.
Let's see here. I'm going to do that.
Are you doing okay hit points wise?
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to think of all the NPCs we've met. Like the hag, those 2 wizards that was with
Is it the one that got away with the book?
book.
Yeah, in the
Ooh.
house
I would
that bamped out.
I would
Oh,
bet
that
money
hag? I doubt
right
it.
now on who I think it is.
Well, who?
I don't wanna
God
say, 'cause
bless
I want to be
it.
a surprise.
So the NPC. Okay, so the
So Puck gets hit with 2 more arrows and begins to stumble back, and you see the goblins that are around him. Rather than attack, they try to grab Puck, and as they're moving him away, another goblin steps in front of the warg to take the attack of opportunity. But he's not able to stop it in time, as the direwolf, well, the warg, it's their direwolves, lashes out, does bite. God, Puck is getting fucked up right now. And the other 2 pull Puck and they drag him back about 15 feet away, and you can see Puck has lost a lot of blood and he's starting to get woozy and just kind of his eyes, he's not down, but he's definitely this last round hit him hard.
Right.
Like he got rocked.
I'm sorry, just the way you said that.
Like a hurricane. Agard, you're up. You have a direwolf behind you and in front of you.
The one behind me is engaged.
The one behind you is working on the goblins.
Okay. First, Agar would like to do a perception check on the voice we keep hearing.
Okay.
the hag,
It's at disadvantage.
the
though.
mayor
Well,
from the town.
no, it's
Oh.
Yeah.
the
Sound.
not
I mean, I can do this maybe once.
No, I was thinking
the
sight
dead.
looking down.
Core music.
Because they're
it's
a-
all
they're a
sound,
ways down,
and
but
I
sound.
think I recognize
Well,
the voice.
I was thinking
Okay.
26
No, core music.
perception,
Maybe the
and I
person
sent you a
that was
text
hunting
message
for
a
me?
minute ago.
I have no clue.
You remember the one that
Sent you one back.
wanted the book?
One of the
Son of a
Yeah, the
bitch.
mayor,
That
right.
family? No, it was that family.
family.
The mafia family.
You are
Yep.
with that roll. You are fairly certain you are correct.
Okay.
Or just gonna be out of the loop.
I guess so. God bless it. Share some knowledge. Why don't you?
Just give me a second.
All right. Inform your teammates.
This is where we're going to end this week's episode, as Agard is fairly certain he knows who this familiar voice booming through the tunnels is. Thank you, friends and fellow adventurers, for joining the party of Cocked, a real play RPG podcast, as we explore the home-brewed lands of Manassas. In the next couple of months, we have some exciting new things happening. Stay up to date with all of our extracurricular activities by following us on Instagram. The links for the show's official Instagram and the cast Instagrams are in the episode description. As a reminder, there is currently a giveaway going on over on our official Instagram. The winner will get a mini designed using Titancraft by our very own DM, Alex Reid. The winner gets to choose from Puck, Polyphony, the Warden, Short, and last but not least, Alfred. This mini can be received prime or custom painted by Alex. So, hop on over to Instagram and enter. What have you got to lose? Last, And certainly not least, tune in next week to see if Agard is right about whose voice they can hear echoing through the tunnels.
And I'm gonna cast Enlarge on Puck.
Okay.
I'm gonna this what color would it be? It's like changing between like red and blue, like a dark red and dark blue, and I just kind of throw it at Puck, kind of ignoring the fact that he's probably gonna be, like maybe slashed a little bit with like the bile. Just throw it at him, and the like reddish liquid is going to like seep into his body, and he's gonna grow more. Like everything he has on him grows.
So you. Okay.
Well, I mean,
Alright.
like
And he's now-
weapons and armor.
He's now
We
large.
Yeah. Well, he was large before.
Well,
Now
no,
he's
he
extra
shrunk
large.
back down because that minute when your grease expired, his expired
thought he
too.
That's good though. I mean,
I
it's
thought
something
he
else.
was large already.
So he went back down to small when you hit him. We'll say he could go to huge, but next round he would shrink back to large because this is where his rune would wear off. Is
Okay.
this round because you cast? Well, no, he cast it before grease, so it would drop before your grease dropped.
The grease is gone now anyway. Didn't it burn away?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and the reason the flame went out was because the grease was going out, so the
Yeah.
grease dissipated on that turn.
Okay. Yeah, because I thought he was still large. So that was the whole reasoning behind that. Could I cast a different spell?
Yeah, you can cast a different spell
Okay.
instead of enlarge. Yeah, we won't cast that one.
Okay.
Real quick.
Yes.
Just so we can have some knowledge. Spiders don't have an unlimited supply of webbing, but it's produced by granular excretion. Just so that you have that information, so they have to re-eat their web and produce some more silk.
Yeah. So great. Thanks. Where'd you get that from?
Google.
Chat
Huh?
GPT.
Google.
So we're talking about fantasy world spiders here. Did you look up giant spiders?
I'm just letting you know.
Huh.
So you have some knowledge.
Magically conjured spiders? Are they the ones that do
You've
that?
got to eat your web, is what she's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's check it.